In the world of restoration, a picture isn't just worth 1,000 words. It could be worth thousands of dollars.
I was talking to a customer not even 2 weeks ago on just, this small little house that they've been working on. It's just absurd to me. I didn't expect them to have so many hundreds of photos. This is how we cover our tail to make sure that not only this is the damage that was there because of whatever incident they had, but maybe there was some pre-existing damage in that room that was unrelated, right? Making sure that they have photos to document, hey, this was something that wasn't caused by the incident, was not caused by us, making sure that they have themselves covered, right? And so, again, photos are really, really key in the space that we're working.
In restoration, speed and precision are crucial. Traditional methods often fall short, leading to costly setbacks. Enter MagicPlan, a game changer in documentation and workflow. Imagine crafting precise 3D floor plans in seconds with LiDAR, revealing hidden moisture issues using FLIR thermal imaging, transforming raw data into actionable insights via the cloud. That's MagicPlan in action. It's not just streamlining workflows, it's redefining how professionals capture, analyze, and share critical information. From seasoned pros to newcomers, MagicPlan's intuitive design and comprehensive support ensure you're leveraging its fullest potential. With seamless integration to industry-standard tools like Xactimate, it fits right into your existing processes. In this episode, we'll dive deep into how MagicPlan's cutting-edge capabilities can elevate your business, boost efficiency, and set you apart in a competitive market. I'm Rob Boyd. Welcome to Beyond Red. This is episode 2.
Ultimately, what MagicPlan is doing for a lot of our users, we're capturing that spatial data for a property. So we work with restorers, renovators, remodelers. They're going on site and they're capturing properties using our LiDAR scan. And this is just super valuable information for all aspects of their business, being able to see what are the dimensions of a room, how many windows do I have, where is that window, where are the doors, things like that. A lot of folks go out there and measure things by hand and write down a notepad, get dimensions for a room that they're working on, and they have it just written down. And as you can imagine, this is a pretty long and arduous process to get accurate dimensions for large rooms.
MagicPlan turns smartphones into powerhouse tools for restoration pros and property experts. It slices through the paperwork jungle that these professionals navigate daily. But its true power lies in harnessing cutting-edge LiDAR technology, opening up new possibilities in the field.
Starting with, I believe it was the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPad Pro that came out right before that generation of phone, Apple introduced the LiDAR sensors. And this was just a game changer because what we were doing previously did not incorporate LiDAR sensors. And this just really allowed us to get a higher level of accuracy. And our auto scan compared to how we used to do scans, it's just a night and day difference, right? The old scan was good for the time, but ever since the introduction of LiDAR into the iOS devices, it's been an absolute game changer.
At the heart of MagicPlan's innovation is spatial data, information about the physical world around us. It's like creating a digital twin of reality, capturing the size, shape, and location of objects in space. Well, this data is collected using LiDAR, which stands for light detection and ranging. Imagine a lightning-fast game of catch with light. The phone emits thousands of invisible pulses, measures their return time, and constructs a detailed 3D map of the space. Well, MagicPlan harnesses this evolving technology for a practical, high-value purpose, efficiently creating accurate floor plans. It's not just about measurements. It's about bringing the physical world into the digital realm, revolutionizing how restoration professionals document and analyze spaces.
So there definitely is a huge demand for having a floor plan. I'll take restoration and from an insurance perspective, documentation and having as much information as possible as you can imagine in the insurance space is an absolute dream. So having an accurate floor plan with accurate dimensions, with an accurate assessment of what was in the property at the time of the damage, etc. Photos, as many photos as you can take as possible, right? You're covering your tail. When it comes to insurance, right, this is extremely important. And then for renovation and remodeling, when we're talking with our customers, there's a certain level of the quality of your delivery for customers nowadays. And having that floor plan and being able to be on site and say, hey, look, I just captured a one-to-one diagram of the room that we're going to remodel. Let's take a kitchen, for instance. And this is exactly the dimensions of your kitchen. If they're familiar with their floor plan, they can be like, oh, wow, that's really accurate. That's my kitchen, right? And then be able to start your takeoff for that project. It's just a level of quality that people are coming to expect in the market.
Ben's insights underscore a crucial shift in the industry. Precise floor plans have evolved from a luxury to a necessity. In insurance, they're now powerful risk management tools. For home projects, they're key to customer satisfaction. The challenge lies in creating these plans swiftly and accurately without inflating costs. Well, MagicPlan's approach offers a compelling solution to this industry-wide dilemma.
So this is a commercial space. We work very often with residential, but we also do have commercial rooms pre-configured in the application, and you're seeing a number of different options for scanning there. The auto scan at the top is what I'm doing. That's the latest and greatest. And all I'm doing here is I'm just recognizing the wall, and you see that I'm getting a diagram of the room that I'm scanning right then and there. And all I'm doing is just panning up and down. I'm capturing windows, I'm capturing tables. I don't capture the dog walking around, unfortunately. But all I'm doing is just walking through the property, pointing my camera at relevant fixtures, windows, desks, doors, etc. And I'm panning up and down and capturing that wall. And it's using the LiDAR sensor, and we're just generating a floor plan right then and there.
And are you kind of monitoring as it's building? You're kind of, oh, that didn't come in quite right. I was pointing at a door and it's not showing yet. So you kind of go back over it a few times and it just fills in those blanks?
Yeah, right. So if it doesn't, right, we have that white door right there, and one of them is kind of in a little bit of a recess in the wall. And at first, it didn't want to recognize it. I just get a little bit closer. It recognizes there's a door, and it generates the door. It even picks up these desks here, which I think is one of the latest and greatest improvements, is that some of these objects that you'll see within a floor plan as well, right? You have your sofa, your bed, etc., is picking up these things for you automatically.
A floor plan is the backbone of any restoration story. It's the essential framework supporting every project detail. Measurements and layout form the structure, while photos and notes breathe life into the space. The more vivid the details, the more compelling the restoration narrative becomes.
This is how we cover our tale.
This approach captures a crucial moment in a building's history, be it documenting damage for insurance or creating a before snapshot for renovation. Yet standard photos, well, they often fall short in restoration work. And this is where thermal imaging becomes indispensable. While digital cameras capture what meets the eye, infrared technology exposes what lies beneath. By attaching a FLIR One Edge or Edge Pro to a smartphone, restoration professionals gain a sixth sense for heat. It transforms the device from merely recording visible elements to revealing hidden issues.
So this is something that I do the first time I set it up with a new device.
It's a simple Wi-Fi connection. And just like that, you're ready to go. This latest model is not just an upgrade, it's a leap forward in mobile thermal imaging.
I attach it to the back of my iPhone, and I can start using this thing directly in the application. All I have to do is go into my preferences, make sure that I automatically connect to wireless FLIR cameras, and it's locked and loaded.
And so the benefit here is you're talking about getting a unique type of imagery specific to this process, and it's loaded in context with the room that you drew.
Absolutely. So you see I go here in the corner, and we actually just put some water on the wall here just to simulate a situation where there'd be some water, right? Yep.
I wonder.
And let's take the example you were talking about, right? You had some water damage. Maybe you don't actually see all of the water. It's not just standing water on your floor. But right here, you can see that on the white wall, it's pretty obvious that there's, a little bit of a stain from moisture, and it'll recognize that. You'll see here the temperature difference, right? So that's where we started dabbing it on the wall and we let it trickle down. That was pretty recognizable in person, standing right there next to the wall. But looking down at the floor, I actually didn't really see all that. It was not super visible to the naked eye. It's just a super helpful tool to have in your pocket.
The FLIR One Edge series is a dual camera powerhouse. It combines an infrared camera with a standard digital camera, capturing two images simultaneously with each snap, one thermal, one visible. FLIR's patented multispectral dynamic imaging, or MSX, then merges these images. And this advanced processing doesn't just show temperature differences, it provides crucial context. You see, thermal data overlaid with visual details offers a comprehensive view of the entire scene. This technology elevates thermal imaging from a specialized tool to an intuitive diagnostic instrument. It doesn't just detect issues, it helps you understand them in the context of the visible environment.
And I think that last one was a pretty good example of what I was talking about. To the naked eye, you don't really see standing moisture there, but there was moisture.
Well, the 6-month water disaster from our previous episode wasn't the end of my story. Murphy's Law struck again, but this time, I think preparedness really made all the difference. There was a clogged AC condensate line upstairs just silently soaking for, I think it was over a week. And even after a plumber's visit, Dampness still persisted, and when the pros arrived, their thermal camera was dead. The battery had gone out. But I had my personal FLIR tool, and it saved the day. Scanning the downstairs ceiling revealed hidden water, clear as day, and swift action followed, moving furniture, opening walls, exposing beams. 4 days of drying, crisis averted. This experience highlighted the power of high-tech tools in restoration. The FLIR camera spotted hidden threats, while a moisture meter provided crucial data. Together, they offered a more complete diagnostic picture.
Yep. So all I'm doing here is I'm actually just taking an image to further solidify the fact that we're registering some moisture here, right? So I'm just holding that up. It's picking up the moisture content. It's giving me a reading. And I'm capturing that image and I just annotate it. I put a big circle on it. Obviously, that was just for, demonstration purposes. But any photo that I upload into MagicPlan, right? If there's anything specific that I want somebody that's viewing this after the fact to really hone in on and recognize when they're reviewing those photos, you can really easily just go in there, add a red circle, draw a little arrow pointed right towards it. And this is just further going back to that point I said earlier, right? Documenting as much as you possibly can and making it super clear. What's the problem? How do we fix this, etc.?
A moisture meter reading on a floor plan is more than data. It's a pivotal element in the restoration narrative. MagicPlan transforms these inputs into rich visual stories, converting complex scenarios into clear, irrefutable evidence. In the restoration and insurance realms, clarity reigns supreme. Decision makers depend entirely on documented inputs. This level of detail and context doesn't just report, it enables streamlined communication, accelerates decisions, and minimizes disputes. The outcome is twofold: significant cost savings and markedly improved efficiency. Yet we've only scratched the surface of MagicPlan's potential. Well, Ben's earlier point resonates. MagicPlan isn't just about inputs, but outputs too. While we focused on simplified field documentation, it's merely one part of a larger process.
You can create all of your exports directly in the application, but they just do it in the cloud.
The true power lies in transforming captured data into cultivated insights. MagicPlan converts its raw information into meaningful analytics, expands field notes into comprehensive reports, and integrates individual projects into streamlined workflows. This is where the magic happens, where the painstaking work of data collection bears fruit in the form of actionable intelligence.
So your cloud is really where you're getting that personalized experience and you're getting a lot of those outputs. This is something I think that often gets overlooked, right? We're in a digital era with a lot of folks that are working with physical documents, right? And saying that you have a cloud portal that effectively can store and organize all those documents for you as they pertain to a project is something that I don't think should be overlooked, right? So that's the first thing that I will say about our cloud is that great repository for all of your data pertaining to your projects. We have unlimited cloud storage. I don't know a ton of organizations that still offer that this day and age. I still pay my bill every single month to things like Apple for my photo storage.
MagicPlan's unlimited cloud storage sends a clear message. Collect all the data you need, we've got you covered. But the cloud is more than just a vast digital warehouse. It's where MagicPlan truly shines. Adapting to serve a diverse clientele from small businesses with straightforward needs to large enterprises with complex requirements. The cloud platform bridges the gap, offering tailored solutions across the spectrum.
We support a lot of enterprise operations, right? And your cloud is your admin portal for everything, whether it's statistics measuring, hey, what's the performance in the application looking like? Being able to get insights into, hey, how many projects did we do last week? Right? Who was engaged the most, but also being able to manage those users, designate them into teams, coming up with things like those forms, those attributes, those custom objects, right? All of these things that we typically call custom, right? These are all defined in the MagicPlan cloud. So we have a full object builder directly in the cloud where you can upload SVG, OBJ files, and you can build out your entire object catalog directly in MagicPlan via the cloud. So it's definitely much more than just storage and admin. There's a lot more to these projects, and a lot of those things can be accomplished in the MagicPlan cloud.
Ben called out two features that I don't want you to miss: object building and forms. Object building enables the creation of standardized icons and 3D object libraries. This allows users to produce high-quality, brand-consistent floor plans efficiently. Think of it like a digital toolkit for your company's visual elements. And then there's forms, which may sound a little basic at first, but they're soon going to top your can't work without this list.
Forms are a very flexible tool that allows people to standardize a non-standard process. So every organization I work with, right, they have slightly different nuances to how they go about getting from point A to point B. And with forms, we're giving customers the flexibility to say, hey, this is how our organization accomplishes our goals. And we can formalize that process so that everybody, whether it's a new hire that's green, fresh out of college, or somebody that's been working 30 years with the organization, they know how they need to approach every single project, whether that's an assessment, whether it's a restoration job, right? They're able to go out and tackle that job in a standardized and structured format.
MagicPlan collects the data and makes it actionable. On the ground, it's your go-to field companion. In the cloud, it becomes your command center, offering a bird's eye view of operations and fostering team collaboration.
We're so focused on inputs a lot of time. But ultimately, why does somebody use a software like MagicPlan? It's not only for the inputs and the ease of inputs, but it's for the outputs, right?
Outputs are where your field work becomes shareable insights. The most critical sharing happens with external stakeholders, particularly insurance adjusters. To facilitate this, MagicPlan speaks the industry's language. It integrates seamlessly with standard tools like CoreLogic and Xactimate, the platforms that insurance companies and other stakeholders depend on daily.
We have the ability in MagicPlan to take your floor plan and export it in these formats directly from within the application. So in terms of time savings, this is a huge one, right? What we've seen historically, let's take the Xactimate example. What we've seen historically is that a lot of folks will go out, whether it's by hand or using a software tool, they'll sketch out a floor plan, and then they'll go into Xactimate and they'll duplicate that effort, right? We're eliminating that duplication of effort. And really, this is ultimately the time saver for those customers, right? Being able to say, hey, I have a tool that I'm comfortable with in MagicPlan that allows me to take super quick floor plans, right? There's no lead time on getting it back from a service provider. You just go on site, you scan the property, you have faith in those measurements, you click export, you drag and drop into another tool, and that's that, right? This is really one of the biggest breakthroughs we've had this year in terms of pleasing our customers, because this is just something that everybody working in the insurance space, right? They need the CSX file. And so giving them access to that without disrupting what they already know and love about MagicPlan has been a huge one for us. Having worked with numerous of these customers, the one thing that you'll discover about all of them is that these guys are short on time. They're very busy. Somebody came to us, they've been working with MagicPlan for several months already. Hurricane barrel struck Texas, and their workload overnight quintupled, right? They just went from going, hey, I have, 5-10 projects that I'm working on a month to, hey, I have 50, I have backlog, and this is just overnight. Being able to leverage an integration like this to complete their projects, it's just time savings, because, these guys will go out for very small periods of time throughout the year and work their tails off doing their job. And they need to be as efficient as possible with their time. And that's what we're allowing them.
MagicPlan's mobile app and cloud platform work in tandem to streamline operations. The app is your field tool, while the cloud manages workspaces, teams, and billing, the backbone of your operation. But even the most intuitive tools need a proper introduction.
What we really try to emphasize is that adoption is the most important step of working with a new software.
The leap from owning powerful software to mastering it can be daunting. Effective onboarding isn't just a nice to have, it's the catalyst that turns potential into performance. MagicPlan's approach to user education reflects their understanding that in the fast-paced world of restoration, time spent learning translates directly to value in the field.
We have a combination of paid versus unpaid trainings, right? So free trainings. We have things like MagicPlan Academy. Let's say that you're somebody, working on a report subscription, right? You'll have access to essentially a curriculum of report courses to help you get started. Very similar to some of the e-courses that we already have published, just in a little bit more of a standardized fashion.
MagicPlan's training ecosystem is designed to grow with its users. It begins with a free starter plan, progresses through self-paced e-courses, and an online help center. But it also extends to in-app video tutorials for quick reference. Now, for those seeking to push their skills further, personalized training sessions are available. This multi-tiered approach ensures that whether you're just starting out or looking to fine-tune your expertise, MagicPlan has you covered.
But then when working with some of our B2B customers, it's not only getting your guys using the software, but getting things like those forms set up, right? Standardizing those forms, making sure that your team knows how they work, making sure that the devices you guys are working on, that they're all up to date, have the correct operating system, that everything's working smoothly. We designate a dedicated CS rep for all of our B2B customers, right? So if you're somebody that started working with us today, you have somebody that's always going to be that first point of contact for any questions that you have. We strongly encourage some of our paid resources as well. And this just comes in the form of training, right? So take that Magic Plan Academy, right? Which is, a self-guided curriculum where you go through it, and take that a step further, right? Working with someone from our CS team, working with one of our technical implementation specialists to actually organize a in-person or virtual curriculum where you meet up with your team. Everybody comes locked and loaded with questions, with experience using the application, and we talk you through any of the hurdles that you might be encountering along the way.
Well, MagicPlan's vision extends beyond mere software proficiency. Their commitment to user success encompasses a broader scope of professional growth. By offering advanced training and certification programs, MagicPlan is not just teaching software skills, it's cultivating expertise that can shape careers and drive industry standards.
My goal personally is that MagicPlan becomes such an industry standard, right? That when people go to their bosses or they are looking for a new job in their field and they say, hey, I'm certified to work with MagicPlan, that carries a lot of weight for them. I'm well versed in the industry standard tool that we need to use to get this job done.
While MagicPlan's developers offer crucial expertise, the true value often emerges from the trenches, from users who've adapted the tool to their real-world challenges. What sets top-tier platforms apart isn't just their features, but the communities that they foster. Well, MagicPlan has cultivated just such an ecosystem where users exchange insights and collaboratively solve problems and share hard-won wisdom. Well, this MagicPlan community isn't just a support network. It's a living, breathing think tank that you get to participate with.
I think that this is one of the most important things that we have in terms of engagement, because typically if you see somebody talking in that community and engaging with your peers, there's a pretty strong correlation between their likelihood to stay with us and continue using MagicPlan, right?
Yeah.
And then the number of projects that they're completing on a daily, monthly, annual basis. Not only are they sharing great ideas about this very versatile tool MagicPlan, right, on how they use it best for their business, but they're also learning a lot from the community, because ultimately we're providing a tool for people, but I'm not the expert out in the field doing this work day in and day out, right? They are. And so being able to take a bunch of these MagicPlan power users and putting them in a forum where they can communicate and share ideas is so important, not only for our success, but for their success. And so I'm really proud of what we've done with our MagicPlan community. And I think it's a really awesome initiative that we have on our end.
Ben's enthusiasm for the MagicPlan community speaks volumes. It shows how user engagement drives innovation, reshaping entire industries. MagicPlan isn't stopping there. Their vision extends beyond software, aiming to foster connections across the field.
Yeah, so we have a couple really exciting things. First and foremost is we have MagicPlan Capture 2024 that's going to be taking place in December of this year. We're inviting customers to come out and meet with us in Florida. We're going to gather around some of these customers and some names in the industry that everyone's familiar with, and just try to have a nice conference where we can get some engaging dialogue and bringing some of our customers all to the round table, so to speak. We're really excited about that. I think it's going to be a great event.
A Florida conference in December? That's more than just a warm winter getaway. It's a golden opportunity for users to connect face-to-face and dive into real-world applications. And with MagicPlan's development cycle in full swing, this event could be the perfect showcase for new features that we haven't even seen yet.
We have a very new and improved version of MagicPlan that's rolling out as we speak, actually. So what's really exciting about this is we've been working on it for about 14 months now. So this is not something that is, just happened over the past couple of months. We've been investing a lot of time and resources on not reinventing the wheel here. We know that MagicPlan is a great tool and that a lot of people use it. And so we don't want to change anything. We just want to take everything that we do and do it better.
14 months of dedicated development underscores MagicPlan's commitment to continuous improvement. This level of investment signals significant enhancements on the horizon. So for users in the field, each refinement could mean faster workflows, clearer insights, or new capabilities that can reshape how you approach your work. As the restoration industry evolves, so too must its tools.
So you'll see some UI overhauls, right? So things will look a little bit smoother, a little bit more intuitive how you move through it. But there are a couple of really big key feature improvements. Photos is one big one, right? Everybody we've spoken with is like, hey, it's great that you can capture a lot of photos in MagicPlan, but what else can we do with those, right? So we have a much more intuitive photo capturing experience when you're building floor plans and when you're capturing photos for those floor plans. A much more intuitive photo gallery experience as well, being able to navigate all these photos after the fact. And what's really cool is the annotation and editing of these photos after the fact as well. So there's just a couple really cool improvements to just the overall photo capturing experience that we've introduced, as well as file management. So in the past, you only generated files in MagicPlan. You didn't actually upload or bring in external documents necessarily. Now you'll be able to scan in documents. You'll be able to upload files that you have digitally stored on your device straight into the MagicPlan project. So further bolstering that unlimited storage value proposition there that we have going on.
With these enhancements, MagicPlan's unlimited storage becomes a cornerstone of project management. It's not just a repository anymore. It's evolving into a comprehensive backup solution for critical documentation. This shift could revolutionize how professionals safeguard and access their valuable data in the field.
PDF editing within this as well, right? This is something that we got a lot of feedback on it that, we feel very strongly that we create good PDFs in MagicPlan. But some people don't need everything that we include in those PDFs, right? And having a separate tool for editing your PDFs after the fact, right, could be cumbersome for some folks. So we thought, why not just bring that straight into MagicPlan? So having full control over annotating these PDFs, right, capturing signatures, adding different elements to your PDFs, as well as just rearranging the order, deleting pages you don't need, removing specific elements from your PDFs. There's really a lot of great improvements. Those are just two that really stand out to me. I strongly encourage everybody to download the new version of MagicPlan once it rolls out. It's a remarkable experience from something that was already really good. A long time coming for this to roll out. And now it's finally here. And we're just like all sitting here super excited to get the feedback from the community.
Oh, good. I'm glad you made it this far. As we wrap up, let's recap a few of the key benefits. Lightning fast field documentation with LiDAR and thermal imaging. Cloud capabilities transforming raw data into actionable insights. And seamless integration with industry tools like Xactimate. Plus, a supportive community and comprehensive training to maximize your investment. MagicPlan isn't just software, it's a dynamic ecosystem revolutionizing field documentation and project management. Their commitment to flexible pricing and continuous improvements ensures that they evolve with your needs. A big thanks to FLIR for sponsoring this discussion. Their Edge and Edge Pro devices, paired with MagicPlan, offer field techs an unbeatable combination of thermal imaging and project management power. So here's your call to action. Download MagicPlan today and dive into these resources. With new updates rolling out, now's the perfect time to revolutionize your workflow. And don't forget to subscribe to our series for more insights into cutting-edge restoration technology. I'm Rob Boyd, and you've been watching Beyond Red, Hidden Spectrum, Visible Impact. We're on a journey to uncover how thermal imaging is reshaping industries, from preventing disasters to boosting efficiency. Well, join us next time as we continue to illuminate the invisible and showcase thermal vision's impact across diverse fields. Until then, keep exploring the hidden spectrum and discovering its visible impacts in your work. Well, thanks for watching, and remember, the future of problem solving is often hiding in plain sight. You just need the right tools to be able to see it.